This is Hound 4004, and welcome to a Minecraft Snapshot and Minecraft News video. There was a smaller snapshot and a ton of news that kind of go hand in hand in the snapshot, so this first part here will be the snapshot video, and the second part will be a Minecraft News video. There are timestamps in the description below if you want to skip ahead to the news part or just stay here at the Minecraft Snapshot part. But with that out of the way, I'm starting with the Minecraft Snapshot for today. So, starting off, Minecraft Snapshot 21W15A has released today. This was a smaller snapshot. So here is the official changelog. So it starts off saying, in today's snapshot, we're making a few needed changes that directly relate to our recent announcement, which I will talk about in my Minecraft News section. So if you haven't yet read it, we strongly recommend you to do so. You can also check out the Caves and Cliffs video from Agnes and Henrik to learn about the plans for the update. So even though some features will be released later than we'd planned, you can still try them out as we go and make a separate data pack. More information as well as our latest tweets can be found here below. So this article link is in the description if you want to check it out. So with some of these changes that I'll talk about a bit later, the world height has been switched back, noise caves and aquifers have been removed, caves and ravine carvers have been returned to their old settings, crack carvers have now been switched off, and ore distribution has been returned to the 1.16 and before, the way it was. And copper does actually still generate itself between heights 0 and 16. So worlds created in the snapshot 21W05B or any earlier version can now once again be opened. And worlds created in versions between snapshot 21W06A, which is when they started some of the cave generation, and 20W14A, those worlds can no longer be opened, although I do have a feeling that they will eventually be able to be opened at some point in time. So here in this place is where you can download the Caves and Cliffs prototype data pack, where you can have some of these features as the cave carvers and the new cave generations. So, as I said earlier, this article link is in the description below if you want to come and download this data pack as well. But now, time for some things that have actually been added and not been removed. As you can see in the back, goats can now ram anything that moves. And, surprisingly, that also includes armor stands. So, next up, the raw ores have now changed texture slightly, and now if you create a block using these raw ores, you can now get a raw ore block. And unfortunately, currently, these cannot be smelted to get an entire block of gold, and I do believe that you can uncraft them if you want to do so. This also can be done for a block of raw copper and the block of raw iron, because I've showed you with the gold. And another brand new feature is the introduction of a new background rotation for the Minecraft title screen. You can see that this has to do with amethyst geodes and a nice little cave scene for the part 1 of the Caves and Cliffs update here. Also, there is a brand new sound for when bone meal is used, and they reordered the blocks in the building blocks tab in the creative inventory. And now for some technical changes for map makers, they added the marker entity, which is something that you cannot get in a regular world. But that brings us on to a few bugs, which finishes up this snapshot. And now it's time here for the Minecraft News section. So there has been a big announcement for this here Caves and Cliffs update, and that is, well, it's been half cancelled, or at least half postponed. So, because of how massive in size this entire Caves and Cliffs is, only blocks and items will be introduced for summer, which will be part 1. And then all the generation and stuff will be introduced in snapshots after part 1 later on for a holiday update.
So how exactly are we going to split the features across the 2 updates? In the first update, for the summer, we're going to focus on the blocks and the mobs, and not so much world generation. So blocks would include biome blocks such as drip leaf, pointed dripstone, glowberries, and some building blocks such as deep slate, etc. And mobs will include the axolotl and the goat and the glow squid. Most of the world generation is in part 2, but there'll be a little bit in part 1 as well, such as generation of copper. The second part is all about world generation. So that's where you'll find, for the holiday update, the new caves, the new mountains, and the new world height, as well as the actual placement of the biomes. And the reason why we're doing it that way is because the technical challenges I mentioned are mostly all about world generation. So that's where we want to give it more time to make sure we get it right. Plus, it makes sense to put all the big world gen changes into one update to make it easier from a player perspective when you're going to upgrade your world.
So that is basically all we know for now about this split up, and of course it will be the same on both platforms. So as you may or may not know, I do this Minecraft news for a weekly series, so as more news comes out about this, and as we know more and more, I will try to keep you updated. So I hope this is a helpful video for the Snapshot and Minecraft news, and for now, this is Hound4004 saying goodbye.